What is going on, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So listen, we have to break down Palantir and do a quick update in this one on the charts, my thoughts, and how we're looking heading into the first week after earnings and heading into the first week after we got news that Peter Thiel sold out of 26% of his position. We're talking tens of hundreds of millions of dollars of Palantir stock. Poof, he sold out. So we're going to break down what in the world is going on. So if y'all find value, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe and follow along for more, and let's dive right into the video. So you guys know Palantir reported earnings. We shot up to the mid 26s back on the 6th of May, right, which was less than a week ago prior to me making this video, right? And since the earnings came out, you guys know we sold off from 26.44 all the way down to $20.50. Actually, $20.60 to be exact. That's exactly where we closed on Friday. So that was a big drop, guys, post earnings, right? We dropped about 22%. In other words, we got ourselves into a bear market after earnings, which honestly, I'm not too surprised considering we called that out in terms of the huge run-up. We had too much of a run-up heading into earnings, and we kind of called out the sell the news event, which I made a video literally before the earnings came out last week calling that out here on YouTube. So it's not like it was a huge surprise that that happened, but it did, and now we're in a bear market, guys. And again, Peter Thiel is selling out, not entirely, but he's selling out of a good chunk of stock. Let me actually pull up the SEC filing here to show you guys before we dive deeper into the charts and talk about more about kind of where my head's at heading into this week. As you guys know, I just bought Palantir stock post earnings in the mid $21 range, and now it looks like we might be going down even more. So listen up, check it out. This, I know it looks complicated, this document right here, but guys, all it is the SEC Form 4 you guys can see right here, which essentially shows the recent moves of Palantir stock. Well, I guess Peter Thiel's, or Thiel, I always mess this guy's name up. You guys know who we're talking about here, right? Peter Thiel, right? And yeah, this shows his recent moves. Let me actually come down here a bit and show you what the heck's going on. So on the 8th, he made a move, 8th of May, 4 days prior to me making this video, on the 9th of May, and on the 10th of May as well. So what does that mean? Well, he sold Palantir stock for 3 days in a row, and he dumped a bunch of shares. And honestly, a good chunk of the selling might be attributable to Peter Thiel selling out a good chunk, right? We could attribute, maybe the selling to that, right? So 3 days in a row, 9th, 8th, or the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th is, the 3 days he sold out. So on the 8th, he sold 6.285 million shares of the stock. You guys can see right here at an average price of $21.33. So you guys can see here that came out to what? 64, no, excuse me. What's the number on that? I'm pretty sure all of his sales came out to about $279 or $73 million. I forget exactly. It's not right in front of me here. Where the heck's it at? Maybe it's at the bottom. Either way, he sold out a good amount on that first day, so do the math on that. So 6.2 million shares times $21. Do the math on that, about $120 million, whatever the heck that comes out to. Then the next day, on the 9th of what is that, May? I'm already losing track of the dates here, guys. He sold 1.6 million shares at $21.26, so a way less, or a way smaller rather, sale the next day. So that comes out to what? $21 times 1.6 million. We're looking, or 1.6 million shares. We're looking at what? $35 million sale right there, something like that, give or take. And then on the 10th, he sold 5 million shares flat at $20, pretty much $21, which is another $100 million. So again, 100 million plus 35 million plus what? 120 million. We're looking at about 270, whatever, if my math is right, whatever. You guys probably saw it. So Peter Thiel sold $270 million of stock. He's dumping all those shares on the market. And again, guys, it was around 26% of his portfolio that he sold. You guys can see here on Open Insider the exact dollar value. So $273 million. You guys can see right above my big old head right here is what he sold. And that was a decrease of 26%. And he owned 36 million shares, and he sold about almost 13 million shares at $21.11. Yeah, $21.11 on average. So that is a big freaking move, guys. 3 days in a row from one of the biggest insiders, and no wonder why the stock was getting beaten down, right? In my opinion, again, obviously the selling could be attributed to all these shares being just dumped on the market. And at the end of the day, guys, Peter Thiel has been a shareholder for God knows how long, right? A long time. So a lot of these shares are probably long-term held. He's locking in some profits, right? And it's not like he's dumping out of everything, right? But 26% is a good chunk. Is that, in your opinion, an amount to raise alarm bells? I don't necessarily think so. But look, in my opinion, we are now going to see some serious consolidation in between the $18 to $21 range on the stock. And quite frankly, we might be range bound for a little bit. I don't know if this is going to necessarily consolidate, for a day or two and then start ripping to the mid-20s just like that. Although it might, who knows? But I'm actually leaning a little bit more towards maybe some more selling in the short term, followed by some consolidation for a couple of weeks, right? Which honestly is great for me, great for anybody out there that's looking to build out their position. And look, you guys can see this clearly looks like a falling knife right now. Are we showing any signs of a reversal? No. Are we getting any buying pressure? No. And we're actually approaching right by where we were in the middle of April at around $20 per share, right around here, which you guys can see we actually have a descending triangle in the making here. Do you guys see this right here? We have lower highs being made clear as day into that $20 support. Yeah, we could be seeing this fall through potentially. And at that point, guys, where could we be going on PLTR? Maybe 16 on the lower end, in my opinion. That's kind of where the stock was back in the beginning of November, all throughout January, heading into February. Then we obviously took off. So 16 is where it could go if things get really ugly, right? But before that, which we have some other levels, obviously. 18, like I said, is a big spot. 19 is a big spot. So what I'm kind of getting at here is, as we're getting all these shares dumped on the market, selling, who knows? Maybe there's more selling to come over the next couple of days from these insiders. I have no idea. But as we get that, we could drift off even more. And I've seen a bunch of your comments saying exactly this on the YouTube channel, on X. I'm actually posting these videos on X. If you're watching on YouTube, follow me on X at Stas Talk Stocks. Link down below, guys. Must follow. Come on, make sure to go shoot me a follow on there. And yeah, I could see where you guys are coming from in terms of it drifting down even more. I mean, look, if we break 20, we could be going to that 19 level. We could be going to that 18.25 level in no time, and that's where I'm looking to continue to dollar cost average, because ultimately, guys, Palantir is still clearly in an uptrend. You guys can see right here, if I get the channel tool out, I know it's not beautiful, but you guys can see we're still on an uptrend on the 4-hour chart, on the 1-year chart, clear as day. So be patient, be freaking patient. That is what we got to do. And I'm kind of talking to myself out loud here as well. It's going to take time in terms of this consolidating, finding new ground, and I don't see it going much under $16, to be honest, at the lowest in the short term. Granted, if we get a stock market crash, this, that, yada, 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 a lot could happen. It could get worse, but I just don't think it's going to get much lower, quite frankly, than $18, $17, let alone $16. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and follow along for more, guys. And if you guys want to see me build out my Patreon portfolio, which I'm depositing $100 every single week into that portfolio and buying stocks every single week to show you guys how to build a portfolio with a quote smaller amount of money per week. If you guys want to see that, it's on Patreon. There's also a Discord chat. I post charts and ideas there throughout the day. Check it out down below. The QR code's right here, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. I'll see you guys in there. And with that being said, peace out. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. Cheers to all the mothers out there watching. Happy Mother's Day, man. Treat your mothers, treat your wives with respect today. It's their day. Well, I guess not anymore. It's like 10 o'clock. Either way, 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. when you're watching this on the East Coast. Either way, you guys know what I'm saying. Happy Mother's Day. Peace out.